So in this video, we are going to talk about design thinking. So this is labeled Design Thinking 101, considered as an entry level crash course to design thinking. So in this video, we are going to define what design thinking actually is, like a bit of a history section of design thinking. Then we are going to talk about the what, the design thinking ideology, and then we are going to talk about the how, which is the process itself. So that's for this video. In next video, we are going to talk about the why, the advantage of using design thinking, and the biggest mistake junior designers make with design thinking, which is a very important aspect of this video. So be sure to stay till the end. So let's talk. Design has historically been an afterthought in the business world and applied only to touch up a product's aesthetics. That's what design actually has been. But this topical design application has resulted in corporations creating solutions which fail to meet their customers' real needs. Consequently, some of these companies move their designers from the end of the product development process, where their contribution is limited, to the beginning, where they can actually make an influence on the product itself because it's still in its early stages. Their human-centric design approach proved to be a differentiator. Those companies that used it to have reaped the financial benefits of creating products shaped by human needs. So they saw the need of involving and building your product with human needs as the basis, as the fundamentals, and they saw financial benefits from it as well. So in order for this approach to be adopted across large organizations, it needed to be standardized, because how it was implemented in one company wasn't applicable for another company. So there was a need to standardize it. Q, design thinking, a formalized framework of applying the creative design process to traditional business problems. So this was this framework was used to formalize the application of design thinking in the processes of organization, how they used to work. The specific term design thinking was coined in 1990s by David Kelly and Tim Brown of IDEO with Roger Martin, and encapsulated methods and ideas that have been brewing for years in a single unified concepts. So that was a bit of a history session for design thinking. Hopefully it was not too boring. Now let's talk about the what it actually is. So design thinking is an ideology supported by an accompanying process. A complete definition requires an understanding of both. So that's the definition. The design thinking ideology asserts that a hands-on, user-centric approach to problem solving can lead to innovation. Innovation can lead to differentiation and a competitive advantage. This hands-on, user-centric approach is defined by the design thinking process. So design thinking ideology asserts a hands-on, user-centric approach to problem solving, which translates to essentially making use of user research, putting the user at the center, and building the product for their needs. And this can lead to innovation, and innovation can lead to differentiation and competitive advantage on your competition. So this hands-on, user-centric approach is defined by the design thinking process. That's the what. Now, how can we implement it? What is like the process itself? So the design thinking framework follows an overall flow of three things. One is understanding, two is exploring, and the third is materializing. Understanding is empathizing and understanding the user, which is user research. Then we have exploring the solutions, and then materializing, building the solution. That's the generic theme. Within these larger buckets fall 6 phases, which is empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test, and implement. So this is a visual diagram which can explain it better. So starting from empathize, conduct user research to develop an understanding of your users. Then define and combine all your research and observe where your users' problem exists. Then we have ideate, generate a range of crazy creative ideas. Then you prototype, build real tactile representations for a range of your ideas. Then we have test, which is return to your users for feedback. And last, implement, put the vision into effect. So as you can see, empathize and define, they are part of the understand stage. Then we have ideate and prototype, which is in the part in the bucket of explore, and then we have test and implement, which is in the bucket of materialize. So that's the design thinking process. You will learn about like you will find this in the next video, but this is not a linear process. You don't necessarily need to just follow this cycle of empathize, then define, then ideate, then prototype. This is not that simple. Oftentimes you can go to empathize, you can define, you can ideate, then you can actually test and prototype, and even from ideation stage, if something is not fitting, you can go back to defining and then rework your solutions and then prototype. Then you can go, and if something not working from user research, you can go back to define. So all of this is very iterative. This is not a linear process. That's not how it works. But yes, these are the general themes which they will go at some point after the iterations. Yeah, so that's the what, that's the how, that's the history section. In the next video we are going to talk about the advantage of using design thinking and the biggest mistake junior designers make with design thinking. I'll see you in that video. Thank you.